In this video, I'm going to strip down the front forks of my T140V 1976 Bonneville. I intend to refresh all of the suspension, so obviously stripping the forks is an important part of that. I've already taken the forks out of the bike. If you want to see how to do that, go back to one of my earlier videos on the playlist. This time my full intention is to strip them down, inspect the parts, and I know I'll be needing some new parts and new seals. And then perhaps in the next video you'll see me refurbish some parts using my vapor blaster, which is also in another video. And powder coating, guess what? Yes, in another video. I'm putting them back together so that I can get the rolling chassis of my bike ready for the spring. You know it's a T140V Bonneville, 75 build year for a 76 model year. I bought it from America, I've imported it, I've registered it, I just want to be able to ride it. Unfortunately it's not as good as I was hoping, so I'm rebuilding everything. Got a few issues with the engine, but that can't stop the project. I've got to get on with the rolling chassis as well. So let's get on with these forks. Before stripping them down, the important thing is drain the oil out of them if there's any left in. And there's two drain plugs on, one on each fork, and probably pay you to do this before you take them off the bike if you haven't already. But before you do anything with them, do make sure you clean out the little grooves, because if your screwdriver does not fit in properly, you may strip this thread and away you go. You've got a whole world of pain to go with. Now I'm going to try this first of all with a impact, only a lightweight impact drive, and see if that'll start them off. Phillips 2 is what I'm using. Ah, that's lovely. And this one, let's see. Yeah, right, take them out and I'll get them to drain. The next thing I'm going to do is there's an Allen head under here, 7/32, I think. It holds the damper assembly in. Now there is a special tool to hold the other end, but I'm hoping that my impact driver will start it off, and frequently this does work, so let's just give it a go. Not this time. No, it's not for playing, so I'm going to have to get something a little bit heftier, and I'll try that. The screws themselves actually do go through into a steel part inside, and this is where I wish it was actually still on the bike, because you can put a bit more leverage in before you're defeating yourself. See what I can work out. Well, let's see if this works. It's actually held on the bosses for the mudguard. Go. Now just a look. What you don't want is the part inside swivelling round, which is what the special tool stops. And luxury. The thing that makes these hard sometimes is that the part inside swivels round with it. The special tool actually goes in from the top, and there's a slot in the end of the damper assembly that it slots into. Now I've managed to do this in the past with a long flat screwdriver and it works okay, but I've found doing this has actually been the best way to do it. And once you've taken that out, it's worth noting there is likely to be some more oil coming out. Oh, that came out easier than I expected. But so you might want to just drain that all out first. Having undone them the way I have, I can pull the sliders out of the stanchion now. And that's the damper assembly where the screw went into the bottom of. There we go. Having taken the bump stop off, I'm now going to clamp this in here so that I can undo this part. This is what holds the spring in. Now, you could have done this while it was on the bike, but I find if I leave this together, getting the screw out of that frequently does work better. If you are clamping these, and you should do, is make sure that there's some cushioning. But another thought is, if you've got the yokes off the bike, you could put it in the yokes while you do this. Now I'm using an 11mm Allen key, which you won't have in your set. I think I bought this specially. I think it might be, Imperial might be 11/16, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but an 11mm will do it. I think I may have already started these off on the, while it was in the yokes, so they're not going to be difficult to take out. Remember, there's a spring behind here, so you do want to be aware of that. If someone's put a big spacer in, it might wang off into the distance. This doesn't feel like it's got a lot of spring pressure on it, so I'm not overly stressed by it. But I will keep my hand there just in case. There we go. Pull the spring out. It'll no doubt leave a load of gunge underneath. What did I say? Nature of the beast. So what I'll do is I'll mop that up and I'll try and pour the rest of it into here. And I wish I could turn the camera off, but my hands are filthy. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this, and you'll need a fine Imperial adjustable spanner, because I'm not quite sure what the size is, but it's bigger than my 1 1/8, so start at that and work upwards if you're looking for one yourself. This may be tight, may not. We'll have to see. Now, I think what I might do is give it a little bit of heat before taking that off. You can, of course, push that in, and if you go all the way through, you can get it to drop at the end. There you go, just like that. I remember from last time I did these were a bit of a struggle. I've got it fairly tight in the clamp, but it's not for playing. And to give myself my best chance, I'm going to put the bottom yoke on here. I would have preferred to use the top yoke, but as you know, the top yoke's got a bit of a taper on it. Yes! Excellent. Must remember it's hot. There we go. Now on to the other one. Warm. Next thing I want to do is take the seals out. So we'll have to see. Take the dust covers off first. That wasn't too difficult. Now, seals in here. Oh, there's a big washer. And then, don't want to scratch anything. In fact, I might do, oh yeah, I can hook it out with my finger. There we go. Now, interestingly, looking at this one, it's called a Doughty washer. Comes from this end, the very bottom end, and it's a washer with like a rubber ring on the inside. Now these probably need replacing, but if you miss these out at the bottom, you can end up where your fork oil's leaking out the bottom. Let's see how we do with this. And that one fell out. Those are the front forks, so stripped down as I'm going to take them for now. You could actually take off this valve as well, but I'm just going to replace the O-ring on here. So you've got the damper assembly, which I'll leave together, and there's the bump stop spring. So making sure we've got the drain plugs, we've got the Allen screws from the bottom, the Doughty washer that goes inside, the slider. We've got the nut that comes off the bottom of the stanchion. We've got the seals, we've got the dust cover, got a bump stop, got a spring, and interesting thing I noticed already is one spring's a little bit longer than the other one. I'm not quite sure why, but I don't think it matters all that much. And the final thing is the top screw that holds the spring in. So what I'm going to do now is give them all a good clean and a looking at. Things like seals, O-rings, and hopefully the seal that's in the middle of here, I will look at replacing. The springs, I'll take a view on it, I'll measure them and see how they work out. Looking at these, I'm already thinking, but even before I stripped them, that the stanchions either need re-chroming or perhaps just get another set. I'll see what I can do there. That's as far as I'm taking it. For now I'm going to give them a good clean, and as I said, the sliders I'm actually going to vapor hone and then I'm going to powder coat. But if you can hear the rain, it's not going to be today. So I'll stop there. I'm quite pleased with what I've found so far, and there were a few tricks that I use that other people have told me that I think may come in useful, especially getting this screw out of the bottom of the slider. If it doesn't come out, then you can get in, and where is it? There is a slot in there that you can get a screwdriver in from the top end, so I need to bear that in mind. Looking out for these Doughty washers. I didn't even know what they were called the first time I came across them. Useful. Putting the bottom yoke on to give you some leverage on this. All useful stuff that people have told me in the past, and you never know, in the comments we might even get some better tricks that I've not seen. So in the next video I'll vapor hone and powder coat these, probably do that quite quickly because you can watch our other videos on it, and then I'll tell you which bits I actually had to replace. Other than the obvious, I'm going to replace the seals, I'm going to replace the O-rings, I'm hoping I can replace the seals in the middle of there, I'm not sure yet. I think you must be able to get them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Why not subscribe, follow along, see what happens next.